And it is not a negative title. Some people assumed that it was, but if they paid attention to the origin of the term, a casket is a container in which you put precious things. That's the original meaning. And so I hope that this attempt at a collection, probably always an unwise thing to do, attempt a collection, was that, that it would be contained between the covers and might be somewhat meaningful. And this is the title poem, The Casket Maker. Because it pleases me, I turn to you this lightless hour and ask a reassurance that cannot be there, although you touch me and respect a smile of which I'm half ashamed. The time is mine, and selfishly I share the sudden flash, sheet lightning of my mind, unapt to start a fire or cause a rain, denote direction sure enough to take. And you can see my clutching like a sea anemone, poked with a stick, neither in defense nor sure aggression, out of will. I build, I drive, I turn to you again, admire the nail. I probably should not read this at this point, but since it's the next one marked in the book, I will. I say that because if I had to pick a favorite poem from the book, probably it would be this one. You know, in the making of skyscrapers, from time to time, there is a death-defying walk between the two structures that may be many stories above the street, and one fall and you'd be dead. And that's just the way it is. It's taken as part of the risk of the profession. If you didn't know that, you do now. But it fascinates me. For a friend who walked girders, I fumble at the weaving of a garland for you, with whom a certain grace of understanding came late, at the right time, out of place. Regardless of the calendar, the fumble-fingered man I was and am. Note how the things pop out of place in I, in fact. But string and color, stalk and vine of mine, I wind now briefly together for you in grief this way, for at least one last time and at least one first. That I have never seen a finer love than yours, or hurt more deep, makes me confess the mystery. And now I think illogically about your summer with the bridges, rivets caught death high in air, knowing timelines extend some things. Some things stand out because they should, because they must. Eyes sometimes come alive in paintings where there are only almond whites. Clocks stop when the dead love or want to touch us, when the dead love the living, and when we reciprocate. And sometimes through such doors, in spite of our desire, loved ones insist on entering. Then we can only touch and hope. Make hope a garland. Hope touch will suffice. And we'll be allowed to take a world at a time. This one is called The Pelicans. The sun sets at Muir Beach. The tide is beautiful. Breakers speaking high and aggressive, bottles and boards rushed up, and seaweed. 3 pelicans, big as swans, in a surf, ride below the point of the mountain, away from where I am. This lovely sun, the earth tilts in your direction, Yo-chan. And only 2 weeks ago, 6 hours by slow train from Jingumai in Tokyo, we stood together at all hours at another beach, living at the inn that you favored from last year's holiday. And the cool, and to sleep in such silence after the July sun those days. The mistress of the inn brought us cold ears of corn after supper because she liked us, and there was some left. And the night walks on the beach, the children in yukatas like flowers, and small stars, the sparklers and skyrockets, and shooting candles against the night, and a future with such room under heaven. Too soon the express jolts to where we were. The awful movement of a wave, finally a way, is fast. A matter of hours, a whole Pacific to here. Muir Beach, pelicans, surf crash, a white scavenging dog. Au revoir. It is lovely here, was lovely there, because you were. The pelicans fly around the peak. I wish for cranes and turtles and return. Heather and Susan, all of us, dig for things in sand. Then it is cold suddenly. It is time for home. Yeah, this one, definitely. Definitely. I was sitting at a somewhat late breakfast one night at Bojangles in Laurinburg, and I heard 2 people at the next table. I was reluctant to turn around. I didn't want to really see how old they were or what color they were. I wasn't sure at all of either the answer. And one was saying that the other one said, "Greece. I love Greece." And the other one said, "Me too, I love Greece." And that demanded a poem, of course. Bojangles. Greece. I love Greece. Do you like Greece? Do you got some to give away? Give it to Ted or Div or Ray. I got at least a dozen gallons of it at home. So don't give it to me. I got no place for it. But don't throw it out neither. If you're gonna throw it out, I'll find a place. I love Greece. You got a Christmas tree yet? I know it's just November, but you can't start too soon. I got me a little pink plastic Christmas tree. Roy got it for me. "What you want for Christmas?" Roy asked me just last week. I said, "Anything you want to give me." But you know what I really want? I want me a big, big bottle of Olay. It's for sensitive skin. From this little clutch, a short one. It's called "Well I Lost." Well, I lost everything you gave me. The pen in Dublin at the post office, your letter back in London, your address in Philadelphia. You poor bastard. You'll never hear from me again.